Afternoon, this is Derby. Board passengers before your 13:40 departure. You're in charge of 170-638 to Nottingham today. So press T to open the doors, insert the master key, reverse it to neutral. Reset the AWS, look outside. Headlights on, taillights off. So signal up ahead is at danger, so I will keep the DRA on. So we're following along train 1 Mike 94, 10:45 Cardiff Central to Nottingham. Calling at Cardiff Central, Newport, Gloucester, Cheltenham Spa, Worcester Parkway, University, Birmingham New Street, Wilmcote, Tamworth, Burton-on-Trent, Derby, Long Eaton, Beeston and Nottingham. We take over at Derby, departing at 13:40 and getting into Nottingham at 14:03. So yeah, waiting at departure from Derby. Next stop is Long Eaton at 13:49. So reverse it to forward, DRA off because the signal up ahead is clear. Release the brake power to notch 4. 3. Oh yeah, it's also raining, not that you can see it. It is raining, so we're going to get a low wheel slip. Maybe notch 2. So departing Derby, the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, and we have about 8 miles to Long Eaton. So yeah, we're stopping at Derby, Long Eaton, Beeston and Nottingham. It's a straightforward run. So instead of going straight on towards Tamworth, we're going to go left towards Nottingham. So straight on goes towards Tamworth and the cross-country route towards Birmingham. And we go left towards Etches Park and the Railway Technical Centre. So yeah, the Railway Technical Centre on the right, that's where Network Rail live, with all their yellow trains. And on the left is Etches Park, operated by East Midlands Railway. So yeah, Derby, very important place in the National Rail Network, because it's where trains are built. It's where trains are built, mainly Bombardiers and Venturers. It's where Network Rail live, and there's a massive East Midlands Railway depot. And Derby is also where BR lived, where they built the advanced passenger train, well, the prototype one, and also many other trains as well. So yeah, Derby, it's an important place. Speed limit is now 25. Oh yeah, and the frame rate should also increase as we leave Derby. This track is really tippy. So we're in 170-638, formed of 3 coaches. So cross-country has recently been added to Know Your Train. So pretty much what that means is that when you look on real-time trains for a passenger cross-country train, not like empty stock, maybe it's some empty stock, the number of the train will actually appear at the top of the page, underneath the date it ran. So for example, on this one, you can see which train it is, and there's also a graphic as well. So this train is formed of 170-638 in real life. It's really cool. So far, real-time trains. Real-time trains is Know Your Train includes Northern, Cross Country, Caledonian Sleeper, ScotRail, well, some of ScotRail, and LNER. So real-time trains is becoming a really impressive website. Come on, frame rate. I wonder if anyone else has had like performance issues on the route. .158 going to Matlock. I assume it's 158. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. East Midlands Trains hasn't been added, or East Midlands Railway hasn't been added to Know Your Train. So I just have to guess at the moment. I have to guess what which trains are on which routes. Like for all I know, that 158 could be a 156, or maybe a pair of 153s. This is Bondon. So speed limit is 100, go down to 110. This Evans on a test train to Derby with a shit ton of clag. Next station will be Long Eaton in about 5 miles. That'll be a good thermal shot. Maybe I might take another one when we actually get into like a station like Long Eaton or Beeston. Speed limit is 100. I think it's 110 for late high speed trains. So yeah, 170s, they operate literally all over the place, apart from the south pretty much. So 170s are operated by Transport for Wales, Northern, ScotRail, Cross Country. I think that's it. So pretty much like Northern England and Wales and Midlands is where you find a 170. 170s are formed of either 2 coaches or 3 coaches, built between, I think it's like 1999 and 2000, somewhere around there. So yeah, they're pretty old units. They're going on to be like 20 years old. So in real life, I have been on this route in a 170. Because it's cross country, and because cross country doesn't put enough trains, or long enough trains on their services, I had to stand all the way from Derby to Nottingham. And I think that was like 4, 5, 6 years ago, like way before COVID. Those pirates came down a little too late. I should stop braking because of the low adhesion. Come on, frame rate. Well, at least the frame rate isn't as bad as the Chill Mainline. Warning of 70 miles an hour. So after Long Eaton, the line will split towards the left. We'll go to Tolton, the giant yard. Then to the right, we'll go towards Leicester and St Pancras, and then straight on, we'll go towards Nottingham and Norwich. Might have broke a bit too late. Holding a thunder. Come on, stop. Please. You might have overrun a bit. Oops. Yeah. Next stop is Beeston at 13:57. So departing Long Eaton, the speed limit is 80 miles an hour, and to have about 4.5 miles to Beeston. Assuming I can get some traction. So on the right, like the far right, you can see Radcliffe Power Station. I trust Radcliffe, which I don't think is in use anymore. I think it is. So maybe it's not. So I've got green light and a further indicator. I think that's. I think it's route 1, indication 1. If you're going left, I think it's 1. Maybe it's 2 because 1 is going straight on, like 2 is left, 3 is really left, then like 4 is a bit right, and then 5 is like really right. Maybe it's wrong. It's probably wrong. It's in a manual somewhere. Shit, it's 15. And I'll stay. Okay, now it's 30. 13 miles an hour. So I think this is Trent East Junction. Or maybe Sheet Stalls Junction. Some traction would be nice. There's a HST going to St Pancras, XLNER, available from ATS. I think those coaches are the wrong way around. Wrong way around. Because they make like a V shape at the door ends. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to do that. Now joining the Midland Mainline from St Pancras. Line to the left goes towards Towton, I think. Yeah, if I look at the map, sounds quite. Yeah, pretty much like a hilly-piggledy junction, where you have Towton up here, then you have like East Meds Parkway down here, then over here you have Radcliffe Power Station. Ratcliffe Power Station with a T, not D. Crossing over to the down main. And the speed limit is now 80 miles an hour. Okay, this time, brake a lot farther away from the station. Hopefully the frame rate should be a lot better down here. I like the amount of detail that JT went into. Even if it does impact the frame rate, because at the moment I'm getting like 30 FPS, which for 22 standards is pretty okay. But it just looks a little bit jittery. The frame rate is especially bad near like Derby, around Eshes Park and the Railway Tickle Centre. Next station we'll pass through will be Attenborough, then Beeston and then Nottingham. Yeah, I still haven't purchased the Erewash Valley yet. So if you don't know what the Erewash Valley is, it's pretty much the line that runs from Nottingham through Ilkeston towards Chesterfield and Sheffield. Still haven't bought it yet. I mean, the track is there, just the scenery isn't. I think it's 12 quid on the JT site. So trains you can drive on the Erewash Valley are like northern trains from Leeds to Nottingham, and then East Midlands Railway trains from Liverpool to Norwich, and freight as well. This is Attenborough, like David Attenborough. Next station will be Beeston. I'm braking for that because I don't want to overrun the platform again. Cool, wheel slip. Wheel slide. Wheel slide? I think it's wheel slide because I'm sliding on the track. Stop braking harder. So yeah, next week, or by the time I'm watching this week, I will have an assessment on compilers. I'm really not looking forward to it because I spent all of last week going through all the lecture stuff, rewatching it again and again and again because the content is it's just that awkward to get your head around. Like you have your source code that's through Alexa to tokens, then you make a parse tree. Then you do other stuff to get like assembly code, so your program runs. Then you have to faff around with like NFAs and DFAs. Fuck knows, I don't even know what that is. I mean, my tutor has been going through it in webinars, but because it's a webinar, it's a disaster because you can't really follow along with what's happening. Because Microsoft Teams, it just freezes all the time. So you're staring at a frozen screen while your tutor is just waffling on in the background. Tank stop. Next stop is Nottingham, arriving at 14:03. So to Martin Beeston, the speed limit is 80 miles an hour and we have 3 miles to Nottingham. Yeah, I might have gone past the Stockholm marker a bit. Just a tiny bit. So yeah, in the space of 3 weeks, I've had to watch 7 lectures multiple times, so that's 7 hours of lectures plus rewatching a couple of times, so that's like 14 hours of lecture watching. Then you have to do the practical stuff, which is a ball ache, and then you have to do the practice questions. So in 3 weeks I've had to do like 25 hours of stuff. Even the tutors aren't a fan of it, because you have to teach the unit in a completely messed up way. We have to learn it a completely messed up way, and then the test. You have 48 hours to do the test, which is actually that's a lot better than 4 hours. We got 2 days to do it. So yeah, test will be on Wednesday. So that's for 2 days. So I'll start the test on Wednesday, hand it in by Friday, because of online stuff and other commitments and things. So next week I will be starting AI. So if you don't know what AI is, it's artificial intelligence. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it because I haven't started the unit yet. Even though AI does seem really hard, and I'm not looking forward to it. Then I think after AI, so like in January, I'll be doing mobile app development. So that'll be fun, I guess, with GUIs and phones and threads and networking. Over the top is the Nottingham Super Tram, which we will pass again as we enter Nottingham Station. I think the game is just loading in. It's just loading in Nottingham. Yeah, Nottingham Station is pretty much one big giant asset that has to load in. Also doesn't help that I'm playing this off a hard drive with DDR3 RAM and a really shitty graphics card. Line for the left train's from Ilkeston. I think it's pronounced Ilkeston. If I look at the map. So yeah, that way it goes towards Mansfield, and this way it goes towards Radford. And the Ewash Valley. Yeah. Ilkeston. However you pronounce it. So 25:15. So in Nottingham we are due into platform 5 at 14:03. Yeah, we're a bit late, it's fine. So yeah, single yellow on platform number 5. The one that East Mids normally use. So 25 miles an hour limit coming into Nottingham. Coming into Nottingham, the speed limit goes down to 15 miles an hour, just braking for that. So we have a 170 going out to Birmingham New Street with 1 Victor 11. We have an Meridian going out to St Pancras with 1 Bravo 51, and a train from Leeds with 1 Yankee 17. So this is Nottingham, where the video ends. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short run on the MML by JT. Subscribe if you like the video. Like the video if you're so inclined. Follow me on Twitter for future video updates. Join my Discord, link in the description for like screenshots and things. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. gently pulling up to these buffers. So arrival into Nottingham.